Martin Zubimendi, the first signing of the summer for Arsenal under the new director Andrea Berta, was in London today together with his agent to complete formal steps of his move to Arsenal. Today, Arsenal and Real Sociedad have completed and signed all the documents, so we can consider Martin Zubimendi as a new Arsenal player. We had many rumors, especially on Real Madrid from Spain in the recent weeks. I always told you Martin Zubimendi will be an Arsenal player. Martin Zubimendi will go to Arsenal. Arsenal have everything agreed for Zubimendi, just waiting to sign. Today, everything was signed, and so Zubimendi to Arsenal was a here we go in May, and is confirmed today. The transfer fee will not be the 60 million euros of the release clause. They will pay something around 64 million euros, close to 65, so slightly more, but to have better payment terms. So Real Sociedad will receive around 64 million euros in few years, and so installments confirmed Martin Zubimendi as new midfielder for Arsenal. So the agreement is done and now sealed for Martin Zubimendi to be a new midfielder.
It's finally happening, Gooners. After more than a year of chasing him, Arsenal are about to officially welcome Martin Zubimendi to the Emirates. But here's the twist. He's not only bringing class to our midfield, he's also bringing an unexpected squad number that's got everyone talking. Stick around, because what Zubimendi's about to do might surprise a lot of fans. Mikel Arteta has had his eye on Zubimendi for over a year. Talks started heating up back in January, and now it looks like the hard work is finally paying off. The Spanish midfielder from Real Sociedad is set to be announced in the coming weeks. All the paperwork is done, and the club is preparing everything behind the scenes to make it official. Now here's the part that's catching everyone off guard. Zubimendi is set to take the number 36 shirt at Arsenal. Yep, not the number 4, which Ben White already wears. Not even the now vacant number 3 after Kieran Tierney's departure. Instead, Zubimendi has chosen a number that means something personal to him. Back at Real Sociedad, when he first broke into the first team as a young talent, 36 was his shirt, and it looks like he's bringing that piece of his journey to North London. The number 36 isn't a common one at Arsenal. Only 10 players have ever worn it. Names like Emi Martinez, Ismail Benacer, and even Johan Joru once held it, but it's rarely seen on a midfielder expected to make such a big impact. Zubimendi might be about to change that narrative entirely. So Gooners, the wait is nearly over. Martin Zubimendi is on his way. A bold choice in shirt number, a big future ahead, and a midfield upgrade that could take us to the next level. What do you think of the number 36? Would you have preferred he went for the number 3 instead? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to smash that like button if you're excited to see Zubimendi in red and white. Bayern Munich want Martinelli. Should we be worried, Gooners? Well, here's the truth. Despite serious interest from Bayern and even clubs in Saudi Arabia, Arsenal still see a long-term future for Gabriel Martinelli. But there's a catch, and it could change everything for him at the Emirates. Stay with me, because what's happening behind the scenes could shake up our entire front line. Let's start with the rumor. Bayern Munich are preparing a move for Martinelli. They're rebuilding their attack this summer, and guess what? They've been looking at the same targets as Arsenal: Rodrygo, Nico Williams, Bradley Barcola, but none of those deals are easy. So now, Bayern have turned their eyes toward North London. They see Martinelli as a ready-made star who could slot right into their system. But here's the key point. Arsenal aren't looking to sell. Sources close to the club say that Mikel Arteta and the board still view Martinelli as a key piece of the project. In fact, Arsenal have already opened talks with him about a new contract. Sounds solid, right? Well, here's where things get tricky. With Andrea Berta working on bringing in at least 2 new forwards, including a left winger, Martinelli's minutes could be under pressure next season. He knows it. The club knows it. And according to insider Graham Bailey, other top European clubs and even Saudi teams are watching closely. If his role gets reduced, will Martinelli be content staying on the bench? Let's say the worst happens. Let's say Martinelli does leave. How much is he worth? Right now, his value on Transfermarkt is 55 million euros, 47 million pounds. But Arsenal will demand much more than that. He's only 24, a Brazilian international, and one of our most exciting players. If he leaves, it could break our all-time sale record. Yes, even more than Oxlade-Chamberlain's move in 2017. So Gooners, here's the big question. Would you sell Martinelli if the price was right? Or should we fight to keep him no matter what, even if his minutes drop? Drop your thoughts in the comment. Arsenal could make nearly £14 million in pure profit without selling a first-team starter. That's right, Gooners. One Hale End graduate could boost Mikel Arteta's transfer budget thanks to a clever financial rule most fans don't even know about. It's not just about who we buy, it's also about how we sell. Let me explain how Reiss Nelson could quietly become a key player in this summer's transfer window. Even if he's not on the pitch, Reiss Nelson is one of the names heading toward the exit door at Arsenal this summer. After a loan spell at Fulham that didn't quite take off, mainly due to injury, Nelson is looking for a fresh start at 25 years old. He knows game time will be hard to come by under Arteta, and a permanent move is now on the cards. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because Nelson came through the Hale End Academy, he doesn't count as a cost on Arsenal's books. So if he's sold for £13.7 million, his current value according to Transfermarkt, that entire fee is logged as pure profit under Premier League financial rules. That kind of deal is gold in the PSR, profit and sustainability rules era. While other sales chip away at debt or wages, Nelson's sale would go straight into the transfer pot. And it's not just about Nelson. This is another reminder of how crucial Hale End has been for Arsenal, both on the pitch and financially. We've saved millions thanks to Bukayo Saka, Ethan Nwaneri, and Miles Lewis-Skelly, who've come through and played key roles. But we've also generated serious cash through exits. Emile Smith-Rowe and Eddie Nketiah are two more examples. These aren't just academy graduates. They're financial assets helping us compete in a tough market. Zinchenko wants out, and he's ready to drop his wages to make it happen. That's the latest coming from Italy, Gooners. Oleksandr Zinchenko is pushing for a move away from Arsenal, and he's even willing to sacrifice part of his salary to make it work. But here's the twist. AC Milan are involved, and there could be a bigger name in the mix. Raphael Leão. Let's break it down. According to Corriere dello Sport, Zinchenko is actively working on an exit. The Ukrainian international wants a fresh start, and AC Milan are ready to offer it, but they can't afford his current wages. So what's Zinchenko doing? He's reportedly willing to lower his salary or spread it out over a longer deal just to secure the move to the San Siro. Let's be honest, Zinchenko hasn't had the best time lately at Arsenal. He made just 15 league appearances last season, and with Miles Lewis-Skelly rising fast and Ricardo Calafiori being strongly linked, Zinchenko is no longer first choice for Mikel Arteta. It's clear, a move could benefit both the player and the club. Now here's where things get spicy. There are whispers that Arsenal could try to use Zinchenko in a swap deal, with Raphael Leão being the target. But let's be real, Milan won't let Leão go cheap. Even with Zinchenko involved, they'd want a substantial fee on top. Still, it shows Arsenal are thinking big, and that Zinchenko could be part of a much larger move this summer. So here's the big question, Gooners. Would you include Zinchenko in a swap deal for Raphael Leão, even if it costs extra? Or do you think we should sell him separately and use the cash elsewhere? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And that wraps up today's biggest Arsenal news. If you enjoyed the update and want to stay on top of everything happening with the Gunners, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next.